This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com.
This episode of the Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description. All right, ladies and gentlemen, top of the morning. You know what time it is. You are right here on the Urban Conservative. Rocking out with the TUC Twins. I'm Raheem Architect Soto, joined by, of course, my brother from the same mother, no other. Abdul Ali is in the building. Top of the morning, sir.
Top of the morning to you and to you all, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already. Our website, tuconservative.com, our mission to share conservative values and principles and the benefits of conservative policies to urban communities across America. Also, if you haven't done so already, we need you to go to aliforcongress.com to support my run for the U.S. Congress 12th Congressional District. That is aliforcongress.com. You can check your voter registration, all that good stuff. Make sure you are squared away so that you can vote. If you live in the Charlotte and surrounding area, this is going to be something you do not want to miss. You can also hop on that website. We're asking everybody to help us do more in 24 with a contribution of $24 at aliforcongress.com. And one thing I want to share this race is becoming more and more important by the day, ladies and gentlemen, because on the heels of former House Speaker McCarthy's departure from Congress, this is as of yesterday, Representative Bill Johnson, the Republican from Ohio, is planning an earlier than expected departure. So the Republican majority is slimming, and that means more than ever, this race in the 12th Congressional District is going to become important, not just to North Carolina, but to the Republican majority across the country. So again, we need you to go to aliforcongress.com. That way we can go ahead and take this seat back, bro. But mugshot. Right. I'm on the old school mug, bro. I got this mug like years ago, man.
Same mug prototype, same Bean Boy coffee, same Brew Boy coffee. That's what
I'm on Bustelo this morning.
No, I haven't switched it up yet. I'm getting accustomed to the new blend, so I'm doing that. Okay. Get in the comment section. Let us know what y'all had this morning. The Starbucks thing is getting out of control, man.
What do you mean?
There's way too much stuff on the Starbucks menu, and I think they should simplify the menu. And they should just say vanilla flavored milk and sugar and milk, chocolate flavored sugar and milk with some let's simplify this. Y'all got the upside down white bean, yellow upside down venti caramel frap with light foam shaken.
Do you remember the what's the comedian, man, that wrote for Richard Pryor? The Paul Mooney. Do you remember Paul Mooney's mocha cocoa hot latte tate? I want a mocha cocoa hot latte tate. He killed me.
I don't remember that. I wasn't a Paul Mooney fan.
Paul Mooney.
Never been a big Paul Mooney fan.
You weren't a Paul? Why? No Paul Mooney for you?
No. Okay. Didn't like Paul Mooney. Not a bit.
I thought he had a couple of funny things. Ask a black man was hilarious.
It was not ever hilarious to me. I thought it was too on the nose, right? It was just let me guess, he's gonna do something stereotypical. I've never found stereotypical humor funny. All right.
I'm black. I got bad credit because I'm black. Black people scared of the police. Black man can't do this. Black man can't do that. Black man got a big old penis. Come on, bro. Are you saying that's like low hanging fruit and you just never found it entertaining? Is that what you're saying?
It's always rubbed me the wrong way because very early on in comedy, I knew about George Carlin. I knew about the writing. I knew about the writing process. right? I knew about certain other comics, not just Carlin, but there's certain people, like in the appreciation I kind of had for performance art. So I could
Okay.
see it being very lazy. Like that's
Mhm.
lazy comedy to me. You don't even have to write that. You could come up with that 40 minutes before you get to go do your 5 minute set somewhere. You
Yo,
can
I
come
just
up with
got a
that.
text message and somebody said I just got a text message. They said that black comedy modern black comedy is basically buffooning. Is what it is. It feels very buffoonish, I guess.
Well, I mean, with very, very few exceptions, right? Because we could not to make this the subject of today's show, but with very few exceptions, right? I've had to come to the point where I understand that
Mm,
certain comedians um purposefully say things, right? So
mm,
I found myself like hearing certain things that Cat Williams, who's a brilliant comedian, who's a
right.
brilliant, brilliant comedian. I found myself like he can't believe that, right? Like he can't believe he's too intelligent to believe that. He has to be, and when I say pandering, I mean
Mhm,
that's what comedy is, a level of that anyway. So like, you're not gonna go do a comedy show where people and not try to make people laugh, right? Like, so it's almost a controlled form of pandering, right? My point being is that I found myself like people like that are too intelligent to for the comedy to be so skewed so far left, right? So
okay.
stereotypical. So all of that to simply say, America's higher education circus. So the low hanging fruit is obviously the Harvard professor hitting the eject button, right? That's clearly what's sparking this. But something I wanted to do in talking about the joke that is currently the education system in some instances, right? I want to share this. Okay.
Okay.
This is just a random list of 21 useless degrees and what to study instead by some lady named Olga. Okay, I
Okay.
don't know who Olga is, but let's just see what Olga says are the top 11 useless majors. Can you see that list?
I can. What- Oh, dance, theater,
You know?
music. I'm gonna push back on photography because there's some use for photography. There's a lot of I see a lot of people
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
cameras and the things and okay.
Okay, maybe.
Fine studio art. Anthropology is a useless major. I don't
I
know about
disagree
that
with
one. I would
Olga,
disagree with
ma'am.
that.
I disagree with you, Olga. Yeah, on that one. Go ahead, keep going.
Philosophy, okay, sure.
Yeah, but what do you do with a philosophy major? What do you
Uh,
do with that?
you
Your kid comes and tells you
philosophize
about what?
about the meaning of life
Right.
and
I
the
disagree. See,
ethical, ethics and science and all that kind of stuff.
okay.
Pre-med, nah. Biology and criminal
$36,000.
justice, nah. These are just majors she's talking about, right?
Right. Right.
I don't,
Majored
I
in
don't know if I
pre-med.
agree with all that. I don't know if I
All
agree
right.
with all
Well, 17 useless degrees. You see this one?
that. And why they made the list. Let's see this. Hold on.
All
What you
right, you
got?
gotta add popping up. Hey, what do we got? Oh, come on, you guys with
Another
this
culinary art.
culinary. I don't know. People need to eat. What do we got? Fashion design. I'm
I'd have
gonna
to
have
agree
to
with that
agree.
one.
I'm gonna agree with that one.
Advertising.
Advertising. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
Yeah.
Liberal arts. Yeah, unless you're going into like political science. Okay.
But liberal arts is also an easy degree for you to get if you want to become a teacher.
Music.
I
Okay,
don't
and
get
what do you do
that.
with a music degree?
You go
Performing
do
arts. Yeah.
music. Yo, you know what I
Well,
think of
most
when I
actors
think
hold a
performing
bachelor's.
arts degree though, bro? No, 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 go back up. You know what I think of when I hear like a performing arts degree? It's
Uh,
that
uh,
video you sent me years ago with the guy with the long metal pole banging the pole. That's what I think of
oh
when
no.
I think of a performance. I don't want to play it, but that's what I think of when I think of a performing arts degree.
Okay, so I gotta play this now because, and again, this content doesn't belong to us, but for studying purposes, this is kind of what's just you know the America's higher education. Apparently, these people went to college, right? These are college level folks, right?
Ugh.
And we're gonna see, right? We're gonna see what happens here. Are you ready for this, Ali?
Am I?
What is the capital of the United States?
All right, everybody answer that for themselves. Go ahead. Just
Washington,
go ahead, answer that.
D.C.
Should be that fast and that simple.
Well, he did the nod over to her. He did the nod.
What is the capital of the United States?
I'm done. Look at yo, that's
You know what?
The capital of the United States.
When somebody repeats the question like that, they are searching the innards of their mind.
you see that look in her face? You see that look in her face? She is
Yo,
searching.
but I'm not gonna say that.
Madison.
Mm-hmm. You heard that correctly.
What year did America gain its independence?
1776.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, come on. It's not 1942 because that would be Christopher
What?
Columbus.
Who did America gain its independence from?
Great Britain, England.
Christopher Columbus.
What?
What major document was signed at the Constitutional Convention?
Declaration of Independence?
In what city did American colonists throw tea into the harbor to protest?
The
What
Boston
city?
Harbor.
Oh. It's England, right?
Where was the Vietnam War fought?
Vietnam.
John, please.
I'm in history class.
What happened during World War II? Big, terrible event.
The dropping
Boston
of the
Tea Party.
atomic bomb.
Name 4 of America's founding fathers.
Oh,
George Washington.
Uh-huh.
Benjamin Franklin, Thomas
Edison.
Jefferson,
What
John
president
Adams,
freed the slaves?
Abraham Lincoln.
John.
You have to answer this one.
Oh my God.
What president freed the slaves?
Come on, people. And these are college students?
John.
You said it. I'm in history class.
You have to answer this one.
Look how you have to answer this one. Why? Because he's black?
Oh my
Yes.
God. Oh my
That's higher education, folks.
There you go.
That's higher education.
Let's deal with this. So Miss Gay, is that how she identifies? Is it Miss
Mrs.
Is it
Gay, yeah,
Mr.?
she's
I
married.
don't
She's got a
know.
kid. Yeah. Claudine Gay, political scientist, academic administrator, 30th president of Harvard, and is the Wilbur A. Cowett Professor of Government and African American Studies at Harvard. Wait a minute. Let me say that again. She is the Wilbur A. Cowett Professor of Government and of African American Studies at Harvard. Does that mean that African and African American ain't the same thing? Is that what that means, bro?
Yeah, that's according to what you just said. That is apparently what the
It says this is
implication
what
is.
it says on her wiki. I can't make this up. It's just here. There you go. Share my screen.
All right.
bro.
Well,
There you go.
okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair. What do you got there? Where'd it go? Okay. There you go.
She
All right,
became
there
the
you go.
first person of color to serve as president of Harvard after previously dean of social sciences and the dean of the Harvard Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Following the 23 Hamas-led attack on Israel, she and 2 other university presidents were called before a congressional education committee to address the responses to anti-Semitism on their campuses and were later asked by 70 members of Congress to resign. In the aftermath of the hearing,
Hold
she
on.
faced
Pause right
accusations
there.
of
Pause right there, because
plagiarism.
pause right there. Pause right there, because
Mhm.
this is the smoke that you mentioned. Is that on the screen?
I don't see it. Hold on. Here's the smoke.
Yeah.
Bow.
Put that.
Based upon your testimony, you understand that this call for intifada is to commit genocide against the Jewish people in Israel and globally, correct?
I will say again, that type of hateful speech is personally abhorrent to me.
Do you believe that type of hateful speech is contrary to Harvard's code of conduct, or is it allowed at Harvard?
It is at odds with the values of Harvard.
Can you
But
not
our
say here that it is
values
against the
also-
code of conduct at Harvard?
We embrace a commitment to free expression, even of views that are objectionable, offensive, hateful. It's when that speech crosses into conduct that violates our policies against bullying, harassment,
Does that speech not cross
intimidation.
that barrier? Does that speech not call for the genocide of Jews and the elimination of Israel?
When
You
that speech,
testify that you understand.
That is a very direct question.
All right, yo,
Like,
but
that is a
bro. I know
very
this is
direct
a
question.
serious subject.
It's
I know
it's
this.
almost over. It's almost over.
I know
that
this
is
is.
the definition of intifada. Is that speech according to the code of conduct or not?
Why are you looking down?
we embrace a commitment to free expression and give a wide berth to free expression, even of views that are objectionable.
You and I
outrageous,
both know
and
that's not the
offensive.
case. You are aware that Harvard ranked dead last when it came to free speech. Are you not aware of that report?
As I observed earlier, I reject that characterization.
It's the
of our
data shows
campus.
it's true. Will admissions
Yo.
offers be rescinded or
She said,
right.
"Yo, I don't care what the data says. I believe what I believe." Like,
So
yo,
here's what my
wow.
problem is. Here's what my problem is, and this is where our country is, why we're in this situation we're in, because people don't answer questions directly. Both sides of the aisle are guilty of it. A lot, most of these politicians, these career academics that get in front of Congress and they have all of this information in front of them so that they can dodge the questions. As I observed earlier, I reject. Come on, like, yo, the data is the data, but it's just I don't
There you go.
understand, bro. I just don't understand. I can't figure out for the life of me why we just can't answer questions directly. And then like look at this. Hold on. Let me use this as an example. Here's another example of not answering a question directly. Let's just listen to this. This is higher education, bro. Listen to how direct this question is.
Yeah, there's somebody bring your microphone.
Thank you. That was excellent. And I'm wondering, I just finished reading Robin DiAngelo's White Fragility, and I think she did like an excellent job of defining racism as like a
White
system of
fragility.
oppression as opposed to like a personal choice. It's like, it's there, you benefit from it, or you don't. That's its purpose. You talked about the importance of defining racism, but I, unless I missed it, which is possible, I didn't hear your personal definition. Is there one that you would offer us? Like, how do you define racism?
Sure. So racism, I would define it as a collection of racist policies that lead to racial inequity that are substantiated by racist ideas.
That's what homeboy in Rocky Mount said. That's what Al Sharpton says. And then with the big cheesy porcelain face smile, you know. And here's my thing. See, I'm being respectful about this. Like
Sure.
these are the examples of those useless degrees. This is a circus. This is an absolute hustle for these people. Remember, this gentleman is under investigation. All that
They
money's
cleared him.
gone.
No. Full transparency. They
Well,
cleared him.
was under
Sure.
investigation, right? Was. And I think if they would have kept digging again, another example of the Democrats helping each other out. You're not going to tell me these are third party people up there. These are clearly Democrats, right? So I mean, it if the world is headed in the direction that it's in, and
Sure.
this continued push for the green agenda, this continued push um at a disproportionate unsafe rate, there's gonna be a need for people with physical skill. There's gonna be a
We need
need
some
for
carpenters, bro. We need some people that
right.
know how to build some stuff. Here's the other problem that I have with this, right? All of this stuff about America is racist. How do you explain back-to-back black secretaries of state? How do you explain a two-term biracial president? How do you explain the current black
Yeah, but
vice
those are the
president?
listen,
Like, how
those
do
are
you
all but
explain
listen,
that?
I'm sick of that argument, right?
Yeah,
I'm
but
sick of
you
that.
still, I've
No,
got
but
no
listen,
rational
listen.
response.
I know because there isn't one. It's not a rational like even responding with that is like at this point it you almost have to just say, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like the real question just simply becomes: tell me something white supremacy or the racial system is stopping you from doing every day. Just tell me why. How explain to me why the choices that individuals make are the product of white people not liking them, or that a group of people was enslaved 150, 200 years ago, or like don't offer them the solution. Just let them explain it, and they can't. He can't say anything to a room full of rational thinking people.
Hold
They're in
on.
there to see. They're in there to see a celebrity. They're not in there to learn anything.
This is the other problem. Listen to this, bro. Listen to this.
What do you mean, what does it feel like? I
Does
feel
it
like a
feel-
victim of white supremacy.
So you feel like a victim?
I'm a victim. I'm
And
a victim of white supremacy. Yeah.
And so are they holding you
White
back financially?
supremacy.
Holding
You heard
back
how we said
financially.
it?
Well, they can.
It's a
Are
white
they?
supremacy.
They can.
I'm a victim of white supremacy. Why do you say
Are
it
they?
so
They can.
sugary?
No, but are they?
They can.
Well, I didn't ask you if they could.
Can. If I get too powerful, yeah, they'll chop my stuff down just like they chop everybody else's stuff
But
down.
are they holding you back
What do you
financially?
mean, are they holding me back? I'm in a prison called white supremacy that's global. So we're allowed, certain black people are allowed to have certain resources, but they know they can take
Are
it back
they
from certain
holding
black
Tariq
people.
Nasheed back
Well,
financially?
I'm in a system where they can hold me back.
But right now they're not holding you back.
Well, they can hold me back.
Are they holding you back?
Define holding me back.
You don't know what, are they holding you back from being successful in your life?
Well, I'm successful because I understand white supremacy, and I'm successful as far as I can be, as much as I can be, because they can stop my success at the drop of a hat.
What's
Come on, y'all. Come on.
What a.
But these are your people that go to these colleges, and this is what they
I will-
produce. This is
listen,
what comes
I
out.
promise you, this is what we could do. I promise you, we could do this. Right? I would love respect. Come to the Hamptons.
Said, come to the Hamptons and what?
And catch me walking to the.
You're going in and out. I can't hear you. You got to speak up.
No, I said, come to the Hamptons or come to New York and catch me walking to the store and attempt to assault me. Like you did with the other brother, because he's a smaller, thinner, it's a smaller guy. I'm smaller than him. And I would love the opportunity for you to be mad enough at me, sir, to do that. All that.
So you talking about Tariq attacking somebody?
Yeah, he went putting hands on somebody. So when you brought him up, it's like these guys are clearly the race baiting. All right, he's more of a white supremacist than any white supremacist.
Fair, but this
Like,
is the
more of
other
a white
side though.
supremacist. But that's the thing with with the white and even the black liberals. They're more racist than anyone else. These are the most racist people you will ever meet. That lady probably does not live in a black community. She doesn't live in a black community.
Who, the Claudine Gay lady?
She's a professor at Harvard. You think she lives in a black community?
Mm-mm.
You think she lives in an African community?
Christopher Affendulis is her husband. I'm just curious about something.
Is he African?
Hold on. Christopher.
He's African. He's black. He's definitely black.
Affendulis. That doesn't sound like a black name. No. No.
Come on.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Put him on the screen. Summer jam time.
Bang! There you go.
It's time for summer jam. What do we got?
That's her husband right there.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be. Where are the kids?
He's got one kid. It's a son. Come on.
Where's he at? Where's
I don't know, son. But that
the production of that, the loins of that genetic material right there. Just think about that, human beings. Just think about that, people who care about survival of the species. Just think, you took those two things and you made another thing. And what do you think that thing is gonna be? What do you think? Yo, I love the movie 300, right? I think this out.
If he was misshapen or sickly, they would. Oh my gosh!
I love the movie, right? I love the. I'm not saying it's a concept in there that I like, right? I'm not saying throw the babies out. right? That's not what I'm suggesting.
Okay,
What I'm
I was
what I,
gonna
what I'm
ask that because
no.
all right.
What appealed to me was the idea that this particular society had a set of rules they were sticking to. They stuck to them. No matter how you felt about it, they didn't like the shape of that baby head. I wouldn't have threw the baby out. I would have, see, Ali, me and you would have made it. Or not, because you know what we went through. They might have tossed us. We might have been tossed.
The mother is unfit for society. Oh,
See, we found the children malnourished. They must be discarded immediately. Oh, that's terrible.
That is
What I'm
horrible.
saying is, they did 300. They stood against the Persians, the mighty 300. I know it wasn't actually 300 of them, but my point is they had a set of rules and they stuck to them. Look, I understand it's not something that we would look at in today's world and go, that makes sense. Back then, that may have made sense given that there's a lot of fighting going on all of the time. Like
And we need the
all of
healthiest
time.
babies we could get. Okay, sure. Whatever.
But I think from that place, right? I'm stuck in that barbaric, maybe what they would call toxic masculinity space. I don't see it as toxic, right? I would walk into a room and look at that guy and assume I'd beat the shit out of him. That's just what I think. Like, oh, he's not going to be an issue when I walk into a room. Like, I look
So
at that
you
guy.
still
Right there,
do you
he's not
still
a-
do that assessment? You look around and go, all right.
Who does? Who
If
doesn't?
it hits the
Who
fan,
doesn't?
who's gonna make it out of this room?
Who doesn't? That's my question: is who doesn't?
Okay.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You don't do that? Let's put this
Oh,
on
I
the table right
absolutely
now.
do that. I absolutely 1000%. Every room I walk into, I go, it hits the fan. Who can run? Who can who's gonna help
Oh
me?
no, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about at all.
What you mean?
No. All right. You know how when wolves hunt, right? They look for the
I don't
feeble
even
and
know
the
what it
weak.
is. Yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
the wolves they'll take the okay. So,
Mhm.
but they assess the herd, right? The wolves assess the herd. That's my point.
Sure.
You assess
Okay.
the herd. Oh, that's a strong bull right there. You may watch that guy. He'll kick your face off. It's not you assess the herd. So when you walk into a room, what do?
You
You
assess the
assess the
room.
herd.
You
You
assess
assess
the
the
herd.
herd. You go, okay,
You
what's in
do.
here?
You do.
Okay. Not that I
1000%.
could not that I could beat everyone's ass and I'm gonna beat everyone up and I'm the toughest guy in the room. No, but you
But
go, okay, he's limping. Okay, there's a fork there. There's a heavy object on the wall over there.
mm,
Okay, 6'2", 240, slight limp right leg.
okay, fair. Super fair. I'm with you. I'm with you.
And you should look at me and go, you should look at me and immediately go, 5'6", 5'5.5", 170 pounds. I don't know. Maybe I can definitely take him. At least I know I can pick him up. That's what you can say. I know I can pick him up if I get a
Yo,
hold of him.
I gotta tell you something. Sidebar before we wrap this up, right? I'm at an event a couple of weeks ago and I got the suit on and the whole situation. And this guy walks up to
Sure.
me and he goes, yo, I had to come up to the most athletic looking guy in the room because the way this was set up was like to network with people. You had to get a card when you walked in and it said something on the card like find a retired Air Force veteran. So you had to go around the room and ask people, hey, are you an Air Force veteran? It was a way to kind of shake up conversation. So he said, look, I looked around the room. You're the most athletic guy in the room. Are you a former college football player? I was like, bro, yikes.
Yeah,
If
he clearly
I'm the
doesn't.
most
Listen. He doesn't watch college football. You can't ask us if we were a professional sports anything at 5'5" and a
Not
half.
full
We cannot
transparency. There's a couple of running backs in the NFL that were 5'5", 5'6", bro. That'll
name one.
run you. Well, Walter Payton
Name was not no
was 5'6",
5'6".
5'7".
Oh, get out of it. We just went from 5'5" to 5'7". Come on, bro. Like,
But yo, I'm saying there's guys our height
ain't
that
no
have played football.
and what?
Hold on.
And what?
5'5" NFL running back. Hold on, let me tell you right now. 5'5". Deuce Vaughn is already a favorite in Cowboys training camp. He's 5'5". Deuce Vaughn.
He's the only one.
Okay, hold on. Let me find out more. Little big men, the NFL shortest players. I'm telling you, bro. Trendon Holiday, Denver Broncos wide receiver and punt return is 5'5".
Yo, dog.
Son, Darren
You
Sproles,
don't
5'6",
know who-
New Orleans running back, 5'6", our height.
All right.
Jaquiz Rogers, Atlanta Falcons running back, 5'6". Son, we are the average height for an NFL running back.
Stop. No, you're not the average height of no NFL running back.
I'm
You are
telling
out of
you,
your
sir.
mind.
All right,
You are
I'm
out of
looking
your
at him.
mind. How many
Brandon
NFL
Banks,
running backs
5'7".
All right, hold on. You're tripping right now. Before we go,
Now we're getting taller. 5'8", 5'8", 5'8",
is the
5'9".
average height of NFL?
Yeah, but he was like, yo, you got the running back look. Like, you might
Yo,
truck
listen, bro.
somebody
Running
over.
backs in the NFL, the typical range for running backs is 5'9" and 6'2".
All right.
Come on, bro. Yeah,
But I got the. He came up to me and was like, "Bro, you clearly the most athletic guy." It's like,
I'll take it where we could get it at this point.
I'll take it where we can get it at this point.
I'm gonna end off and say this at the 31-minute mark. There's definitely a crisis in education. Shouts out to political science professor Nicholas Giordano at the PAS report. We're gonna have Doc back on because we want to have an extended conversation about this. It is, I can't even say unfortunate. I'm glad she resigned. I'm glad she was taken to task by Elise Stefanik. I'm glad she's gone. I don't know if it matters because they're gonna end up filling the void with another liberal, right? So what purpose did her resignation serve? None, if you ask me. I'm gonna tell you, life doesn't revolve around a 4-year degree. We need people in the trades. We need people. Yes, we need people doing computer
right.
stuff and cybersecurity, but we also need welders and plumbers and things of that nature. We need metal smelters and iron workers and yes, we
Yeah.
need engineers. Yes, we need engineers. We also need inventors. We also need people who know how to do things. Like you said, electricians. We need the HVAC people. We need those people. So I'll leave it there. I don't got much more to say other than see y'all tomorrow, man. Right back here for top of the morning, best 30 minutes. So on the internet for my twin brother Dua Ali. I'm Raheem Architect Soto. Yeah, don't join the circus, man. Stay out of the circus. We'll catch up with y'all tomorrow.
Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.